I grew up in Jacksonville in a law enforcement family. My father was a police officer here for the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. And from an early age, he told me that he didn't want me going into that line of work. But at the same time, I still enjoyed seeing the type of work that he did and became a fan of law and order. Found my way into the state attorney's office here in Jacksonville. And I think that's the type of work that drew me initially to being a lawyer, was ultimately to become a prosecutor. I remember early on in my career as a prosecutor that being told that as a personal injury attorney, the work is very similar in that when the case comes in, you investigate it, determine, try and figure out fault, and ultimately help people as part of the process. And so while on the outset, the two jobs may seem quite dissimilar, really they're not, because the objectives seem to be the same. You're trying to find a way to right a wrong that happened in the end. Ultimately, when a case comes in, you certainly take a listen to what the client is telling you about what happened. But listen, through either intentionality or just happenstance, people don't always perceive the same things from the same perspective. And so you have to be an investigator of sorts to find out what the truth ultimately is. But the pole star of what your objective has to be is to get to a place where you're correcting a wrong that happened to your client when they came in. And the same thing is true whether it be a victim of a violent crime as a prosecutor, or now when clients come in hurt through no fault of their own when we're trying to find a way to help them. One of the true credits to this firm is the collaborative nature of what is encouraged amongst all of the attorneys and the staff that exist. Not only are we large enough to be able to fight whatever battle, but internally, we also have the resources to be able to bounce ideas off of lawyers who have been here for decades, and also bringing in new blood with new ideas all at the same time. And so what's been made available is continuous sessions of attorneys being able to present their cases, hear what has happened in similar cases, and find out what is the best strategy in moving forward. Because you may have one attorney on one day having a new problem that they haven't encountered, but somebody next door to them has dealt with it 10 times before, and it's no longer an issue. It's not a problem. It's something we can always get through. When you come to me with a case, what you're going to get is, number one, a committed attorney that's going to make themselves available, make you feel comfortable, lead you in the right direction to obtain the care that you need, and make sure through that care, when a true understanding of all of the injuries, all of the damages, all of the negative impacts of a crash, of this catastrophic event that has occurred, we will be able to take that information in concert with preparing you for advocating on your own behalf. Get that in front of a jury, or certainly prepare the case to be in front of a jury and get the best outcome that possibly could be attained. That's my commitment to any client coming to me.